I just wanted to make a small PSA real quick about one of Charlie's recent videos. My cock and balls have really been, itching to get into something recently, something crazy and wild because my brain hasn't been stimulated recently. I'm done with finals. I don't really have anything to think about. And one of his latest videos, I wouldn't say it had me thinking, but it really had me. It had me it was like an immediate blunder in my brain. Like I don't really know how to describe the feeling that I got because it was so baffling to me the way that this husband treated this certain situation, which we're about to talk about. Um, yeah, something was just so off about it that like any sane, not even normal. You could be the least normal person and still probably understand why this was wrong and why it never should have happened. What I am talking about is the man that decided he was going to divorce his wife because his child, his recent newborn, had sucked on the mother's titties. And guess what babies do when they suck on the mother's titties? They get the milk. That's how they survive. That's how they live. And listen to me. No man has any right coming into a woman's life, or I don't care if you're the husband. I don't care if you're the father. I don't care if who you are. You have no right to go up to your wife and tell them that they're not allowed to breastfeed your kid because you look at them, you look at the kid basically as you, competition with the wife. This husband basically said that there's no possible way he could look at his wife the same again after she had breastfed her baby boy, who had just been birthed, and pretty much just sent the divorce letters right then and there. Something that didn't really add up to me with the story, which I'm kind of on like a 50-50 basis on if this is actually true or not, but Charlie said he did his due diligence, and I feel like he's a pretty, he's not an idiot, so I know that he probably looked into it, and he said he found that most of the evidence points towards this story being real. And so I'm led to believe that he's probably right, because you guys would be very surprised to know that the world is full of mentally deranged and crazy people. Like that type of outlook, like, hey, you have your kid and your baby boy is sucking on your boob. Like, only a 10-year-old would feel like that's weird, or only a 15-year-old. Or like Charlie said, it's like, hey, you know, if little Billy is 15 years old and still suckling on mom's tit, maybe it's time to start weaning him off. I don't know. I don't know what the age of cutoff for breast. Or okay, that was gonna sound weird, but I don't know what the age cutoff for getting breast milk is. But I'm assuming 15 is a little steep, or a little long in the tooth. But yeah, this mentally deranged individual, and Charlie had it was so confusing to me because anyone looking at that could see that it is the most innocent possible thing ever. Like there is no, it is a completely it is such a neutral relationship that this kind of thing should never come across your mind. If your wife or anyone, or if your wife just had a kid and she's breastfeeding that kid, it should never even occur to you that nefarious plans are afoot. That should be the least of your thoughts. You would think that a father who had just had a son would be happy, be ecstatic about having this son, but no, he was more worried about the poor little infant suckling the mother's titty for some nutrients than the fact that he was even born. He was more mad about that than anything. And he came out and he said, "I like your boobs. So now that the kid has latched onto your boobs, I can no longer like your boobs." Or it was something to that degree, something absolutely brain dead like that. And yeah, males out there, that if you have a wife or a girlfriend or whoever, if they're pregnant and they have a kid, and you have any sort of similar feelings, you need to You need to reform your way of thinking or something. I don't know. You need to go to counseling, okay? Because if that is the way that you think, then your entire like reality must be altered. Like the way that you look at any situation at any time has got to be different. There's no way that you look at that one situation and think of something so outlandish as a mother breastfeeding her child as anything more than that, and not other situations where like I would like to see this guy like actively in a conversation, because there's just no way it's normal. There's no way that he's in any way, shape, or form like remotely a decent person. I just can't imagine a scenario where that's the case. So yeah, I just want to talk about that because like I said, it was so confusing to me. I couldn't believe it. There's no way, there's no way that anyone should be looking at any sort of mother. Oh, and he also kind of said it was tantamount to incest. Like, what in the blasphemy am I listening to right now? Mothers have been breastfeeding their kids. It's what you're supposed to do. Like, it's biologically what you are supposed to do. Not to mention, it's what people have been doing for the last, for thousands of years. It's not like some new invention. Oh, well, my titty started ejaculating, like, white substance. Now I need to feed it to somebody. Like, no, that's not, like, for thousands of years. And it's not just humans. Like, cows, dogs, every mammal, I believe, breastfeeds their kid, or I could be wrong about that, but a lot of them do. So it's not like some abnormal practice that only humans do that could even be construed as weird. It's mental illness, I'll tell you that much. It's definitely some mental illness. But yeah, guys, just wanted to put my 2 cents into that. Yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments. That's all I got. See ya.